So yeah, I just ate some grapes at HEB. They were delicious. Actually, they were kind of sour. I was slightly disappointed with the grapes I had to eat. And now I just figured I would play my clarinet a little bit, like I do in my car often. And I don't know, I was just inspired to open up the window and let the world see, let the world get a glimpse. So I'm not really gonna practice right now. I am kind of warming up, and I am kind of, maybe gonna woodshed some things in my technique. Um, I don't know. We'll just see what happens. Yeah, I love doing long tones. Just playing one note, really feeling your sound, really feeling the bliss that you are embodying by playing this music, playing this instrument, making this noise. I'm here to make a joyful noise, glorifying life, glorifying this existence. And so just tuning into that intention and simply making one noise, and not just being mindful in that noise, but also practically, I'm getting a lot of benefit in my embouchure. I'm getting a lot of benefit in my respiratory system, my air power, my air capacity, my breath. All these things are happening by just playing one note and holding it as long as possible. Yes, that might be circular breathing, but I won't circular breathe right now. So without the ability of circular breathing, this was what my practice would look like. I accidentally circular breathed. All right, so without circular breathing, let me try that again. So when something like that happens, so I made a little squawk. I internally, I kind of make two decisions. I decide, and am I going to intentionally try to make that squawk and recreate it just to practice my embouchure so I can prevent it from happening? Or am I going to do the opposite, just withhold? Right now, I'm going to intentionally do it. So I made that squawk. I'm not making the same noise. I'm already recognizing that, wow, I'm trying to make it happen and I'm making a different noise. What happened in my embouchure? What lack of focus was present that allowed that noise to happen, that unintentional noise that I can intentionally make those obnoxious sounds. And what that does is in my subconscious, it gives these little indicators of how am I doing that? And if I don't want to do that, what do I have to do to prevent that? What types of focus do I have to develop? Yeah. So I run into other problems when I'm just warming up. I just realize, oh yeah, I don't have a thumb rest. So the way I'm playing is a lot of times I'm having to support the instrument with my pinky, or I can't really, the steering wheel's in the way. So the way I would normally balance the instrument or playing upright like this, I'm unable to do in this position. So I'm just kind of overcoming these little obstacles. That wasn't perfect, but I'm all right with that. There wasn't anything in the way that I feel was like, that is a disaster. Wasn't perfectly in time. Well, there was lots of problems, but I'm not here to be a perfect entity. I'm here to express the joy in my heart, the joy that it's not even in my heart, but it's permeating all of the world. I feel it, I see it. I have to open myself to see it. But when I do open myself and see it, and I see the leaves on trees and the clouds in the sky and the birds singing up high, I feel connected. The joy in me is connected to the joy outside of me. And I'm able to express myself fully and completely. It's not dependent on a perfect expression, a perfect thing. It's dependent on an openness and a flow. Yeah, so a lot of things just happened in that little explosion of sound. I just let myself go. I just let myself explore the instrument. I did change keys at some point into concert B flat. It just happened. I just heard the noises already, and it's like I hear this space. I recognize this space, and I hear something occupying that space, and it's my voice, and I fill that voice. I give my voice sound. When I say voice, I don't mean vocal voice. I really mean this instrument is an extension of me, and it becomes my voice. It becomes how I communicate, how I speak. So if I really kind of put on a reset and I just kind of say, okay, I'm not intending to say something, but if I tune in to the space and the silence, in that space, something kind of gets filled. So I tune into that joy. I recognize the joy outside of me. And I'm serving that joy. I like not just serving it like I'm a servant, but I'm like imagining a platter, a silver platter, and I'm serving the noise, the joy, to joy itself. So this exercise I'm going to kind of go into, which I do, and I'm just warming up and noodling around, just getting myself in tune with me, is I'll only play something if I hear it first. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. hard to sing it. So I'm not doing a good job of demonstrating what I'm doing, but I'm hearing it. And so I'll sing to you what I hear. I'll try to sing it. I'm not a good singer. And then I'll just play it to show that, hey, I heard that, I sang it, and now I'm playing it. So it might sound like this now. Oh, I didn't sing it first. I'm sorry. Da 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 dee da. Ba da 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 dee da da da. Da da dee da dee da da. Yeah, so the singing is getting in my way, but I'm just showing you that, hey, I hear it. I'll sing it to show what I hear, and then I'll play it. So I'm not just playing scales. I'm not just moving around to a note, a button that I know will sound good. It's not an intellectual thing. It's truly if you've ever had something to say to somebody, you're kind of like waiting for your turn to speak. Sometimes people do in conversation because you have something to say, but you're respecting them. And then when you finally have that space to say it, you say it, you know? So that's what I'm doing. I hear this, I recognize the space, I hear what occupies that space, and I play it when it happens. And it's happening so quickly that a lot of the times all three of those steps happen in the same moment. But they still happen in succession, but they're so quick they happen, and I don't even know how to explain how I get from recognizing space, hearing what will occupy the space, and filling that space with what I hear. Sometimes I don't hit the mark, but so I'll demonstrate that now. Da, da, da. See, just to show, I already knew where I was gonna go. I just sang the note and then I played it. I changed key suddenly. So I'm recognizing right now I'm playing an E flat minor, and I don't really know this scale that well. And so what I'm hearing is not hitting the mark. I'm playing wrong notes. I'm kind of bumbling around. So then what I'll do is I'll hash out that scale. And I'm also recognizing that in my bumbling around in that little improvisation exploration is I wasn't sure if I was playing E harmonic minor that's harmonic minor. Like I said, I'm not that very proficient at it, and it's okay. I can still express myself. I can still have fun. I can still see the joy and um, recognize the joy and open myself up to it and let myself flow into it. So what we'll do now is I'm going to experiment with. I also wasn't sure if my ear was telling me to play in this scale. So that's also a minor scale. It's a different type of minor. I know it has many names. I don't want to get boggled down with names, but it sounds like this. Opposed to this hard type of minor. I'm just kind of alternating between them. Yeah, so I'm making that intention of playing one note versus the other in the key signature in my ear, and I'm nailing that intention. I'm going versus. There's a very distinct difference, and that difference is exaggerated when I go to that fifth note. That first one, opposed to the second one. That first one, man, it has such a beautiful arrival at that fifth scale degree. Ooh. That's an instance where I made a little squawk, and I'm trying to figure out why did it squeak? What focus was I lacking? I'm opening myself up, trying to allow it to happen, trying to instigate that sound, and it actually is not happening. I think what happened is I'm this awkward situation I'm sitting in is I just hit the side key. Yeah, so that's exactly what happened. Is I just barely hit a button. The clarinet is a very unforgiving instrument. It's not like most instruments you play where it just sounds beautiful. Piano, you just push a button. If it's a nice piano, it will sound nice. A guitar with a nice amp and power, you have to have electricity. As long as you have those things, a nice guitar, a nice amp, and an electrical connection, you just play that string, it will sound amazing. An open string, not even in tune. It just tune it up to any normal pitch in the range of a guitar and it will sound amazing. Clarinet is not the case. My reed has to be wet properly. The instrument has to be in obviously good working order, like any other instrument, but not just having a good instrument will make a good sound. In fact, this isn't even a good instrument. This is a Bundy. This is a, you can't even see the Bundy because I covered it in fingernail polish. But under that mess, it says Bundy. A golden little circular thing. You can't see it. So the instrument is important, but really with the clarinet, it's your connection with the instrument that's more important. Yeah, I love to play around. I really love to just play around, explore. Something will happen, and I will just go over to what happened and just see what's happening there. like I say, this isn't a practice session. This isn't really warming up for a concert or anything. This is literally, I just have some free time and I just got my clarinet out and I'm noodling around in my car. So now that I've like talked for 20 minutes straight and played a little bit, I'm gonna just play. In fact, I'm gonna change my clarinets. Get my other clarinet out. This is my G clarinet. Bang it into the wall. Called the Dora wall. That's fine. Yeah, I'm starting to feel it. So my embouchure is just warming up. Um, what happens with me, because I don't really play very much, I don't practice vigorously, I don't have a really regular routine, is after about 10 or 15 minutes of playing, I'll start to feel this fatigue, some burning, then I'll make some horsey noises. I don't know why. I feel like I just need to share with people what happens. Well, what happens when I play my clarinet, when I'm by myself, and just kind of give some commentary on myself. I don't know why I feel like doing it, but it just is what I'm doing. But in my own privateness, I wouldn't be talking. I literally would just I fluctuate between this really loose flappiness and then the tight. And I'm looking at the screen and watching my lips. It's funny, I can see my teeth. All right, there we go. I also noticed something about this clarinet, which I got from China on eBay for $150. One of these keys, I'm playing my lowest note and I really overblow. push a note open, and I don't know what's going on, but I don't like it. I don't know what note's doing that, but it really distracts me sometimes when I'm playing. This poor clarinet. I just spent $300 fixing it, and it only cost me $150 brand new. But I didn't want to wait months to come from China again to get a new one, so I'm stuck repairing this. I love it. I love this clarinet, but one might call it subpar for what I'm doing musically. It doesn't play in tune. If I those notes are very sharp. I'm like lipping them down. I'm like yeah, and some of what's happening right now is I'm actually not hearing it ahead of time. I'm just exploring. I'm taking an experiment. I'm taking a risk. I think that's one of the most important things people need to feel free and safe to do is take a risk. But obviously, take a risk that you've set yourself up to succeed at. Now, this is like an informal practice, warm up, just noodle session. And so I don't need to succeed at these risks. I can fall flat on my face and everything's fine. Let me try to do something that I know I probably won't be able to do right. And that's go into E flat major. I'm not good at that scale on this instrument because it's a Albert system. Yeah, so I just kind of went around the scale stepwise, just one note at a time, not skipping any intervals. But now I'm going to try intervallically playing the scale, where I will go up in thirds. So that interval between the E flat and the B flat in this lower range. Many of you might be saying, bring that finger down if you're like a pro clarinet player. Sorry, I don't have to. I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing this for me. It might be out of tune slightly because I'm like holding this finger up high, but I'm sorry. I just don't have that worked out, and it's kind of cramps up my hand. I have to like work on my wrists a little bit, loosen things up. So that interval, E flat, it's kind of hard. There's lots of different options of notes I can pick. The button is to push. None of them are easy. None of them are easy. So it's really going to take a lot of work of practicing for me to dial that in. I don't know if I'm ever going to spend that work. I really don't know if I'm ever going to take the time to dial that in. I would love to. But I don't know. I have to work jobs and stuff. I don't have time to practice my clarinet. I literally just show up to musical opportunities and just play with what I have, and don't expect myself to be any different. Don't beat myself for being any different than how I am right now. Super important to me is accepting myself as I am, tolerating the external and accepting it as it is, and not wishing things were different. You know, yes, things would be different if I had 4 hours to practice every day and gig every night and was playing with lots of musicians. Things would be different, but that's not how things are. I can't wish for that. I can't hope for that. Um, when I do have things I need to practice, like new music, or things come to me and I'm just like working on music and stuff, um, I make space in my life to work on it. And I set that intention when I accept the responsibility of playing the music. If I'm playing someone else's music, it's really important that I honor the music the way they want it to be played. Even if it's like a folk song, if someone wants me to play some Israeli folk song or Palestinian folk song or Bulgarian folk song or whatever, if I'm playing that music for somebody else, I'm not playing the music for all of humanity that has ever heard that song. I'm really playing it for the person that I'm playing that asked me to play it. It's like I'm honoring. It's really micro. I'm not a globalist musically. I'm a personalist. I play person to person with people. Um, and then I'll take both my clarinets. I'll jab one into the ceiling, busting my reed first. No. In the car, it's kind of difficult. It takes a moment to find. Yeah, so both sides of my mouth, I can kind of have a little bit of control on the intonation. It's not easy. It actually takes a lot of effort, but so that's what I'm really doing right now. Before I just start playing freely, I'm gonna just kind of dial in my intonation. I think this needs to pull out. Yeah. Yeah, so that's all I need to do is just tune this one instrument. It was a little sharp. And then I don't know very many things like solidly on both clarinets. So just so I feel good about myself, I already feel good about myself, but it's comfortable to play something that feels comforting. Man, I really don't even remember how to play that. Yeah. It isn't it isn't easy to put myself on a spot and just play both clarinets. I really have to be in kind of the zone. I'm not in the zone right now, but I can do this. pleasure wears out fast. Yeah, see, I don't even know my scales very well. I'm kind of in a weird position musically where I practiced a lot earlier in my life, 20 years ago, 15 years ago. And I don't know, I'm kind of riding on that built talent, and I don't really have time in my life to practice more. I also don't want to practice more. I don't feel music is about me being the best I can be. It's about seeing the best outside of me, taking my ego out of it, recognizing the beauty, the joy, the bliss, the grace, having gratitude for those things that are outside of me that I get to experience as a part of this living experience, and serving that. If the happiest person you could imagine with the greatest wealth, and they're liked by everybody, and it seems like they have everything going in their life, what could I do to give them even more happiness? And it's not about me being the best, because there's probably a better chef than me. There's probably a better construction worker or a carpenter than me. There's probably a better painter than me. So if I painted this person a picture, it's not about me painting the best picture in existence. It's really painting that picture for them. And so in its essence, I am playing music for music. Not that I'm making better music than already exists. It's not about that. It's about it really being for the music. And then also secondarily, making the music and serving it for the one that wants to hear the music. We're all participating in this. We can't escape it. And the way to embrace it is to love it first. Well, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, but I'm going to turn off this feed right now. If you tuned in, wow, thank you.